All right, everybody. Hello, welcome Thursday workout with Megan from Ocean Rehab and Fitness. I see a few new names in here today, so welcome to those who are new. So today's focus is going to be some release work and then pushing and pulling combinations. So the equipment we need today are two types of lightweight. I use soup cans, you can use water bottles, you can use lightweights if you have lightweights. They don't have to be heavy. I would say no more than like 3 pounds per weight. Okay. We need a band, preferably long, because we're going to have it fit behind our back at some point. So preferably a longer band if possible. So let me widen this up a little bit. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. So band. Tension wise, if you have a few different tensions available, I would just have a few handy. Probably not crazy light tension. I'd say medium to heavier. So like Barbara, you could use like your middles to your heavier ones. And then last but not least, a dowel. So anything that's long, wider than your shoulders. It can be a broomstick, it can be a dead hockey stick, it can be a dragon boat paddle. For those of you that are paddlers in here, which I see a few of you, excellent, or just a dowel, okay? If you are new to this class and you plan on coming more, I do recommend getting one of these because we use these almost every Thursday. And you can actually just get these cut at Home Hardware for like $2.85. So really good investment, one of my favorite pieces of equipment for home for core, okay? Awesome. The other thing you can get if you want is some type of ball for release work. It's up to you. We're going to do some release work to start. If you want to use a ball, you can. I'm going to demonstrate with my fingers because I think a lot of us are just going to use our hands. And any options if we don't have a band. If you have like yoga pants or tights, those work really well. Like something stretchy. So like yoga pants would be really good, or some type of tights. That's what I would recommend for today for a band. Hope that helps. So Amy's setting a trend already. Anybody that has questions or comments, just write it in the chat. It doesn't need to be in the question section. You can just write it in the chat and I'll see it and I'll answer your question as soon as I can, as soon as I've done some movement. Okay. But I want to answer your questions. If you are an Ocean Insider Club member, you will find all of these exercises on the site. So I'll try and name them as we go on. Okay, if you're not sure what that is, you can always shoot me a message, or you can join the Ocean Rehab and Fitness Facebook group. It's private on Facebook, and you can learn a little bit more through there and just be a part of our community where we share a lot of different nutrition tips and adaptive fitness tips and information on stuff going on online and all sorts of really good goodies about that's going on in the community with health and fitness. Okay. All right. So let's get started. Grab your ball if you have it. Otherwise, you're going to use your hand. And really important, for those of you that do class with me, I do this almost every week. I try and start with some type of release work before warm up almost every time. And it just shows how important this is, especially if you're somebody that's sitting in a chair or a scooter, or even if you're using a walker. Okay, this is super, super important because we get so very tight in these muscles, and this can actually, well, it does create that big rounded spine that we try and avoid so much when we start thinking and talking about posture. So really important to just be aware of that and to try and release these muscles, because if they're just so tight we can't get the range, then we're not going to get much out of the movement. So I find pairing this with our dynamic warm-ups and movements can actually give you a new range of motion, which can then create change for when we're doing our actual resistance exercises. Okay, so that's kind of the thought process behind all this release work madness that we do every week. Okay, and once you've done that, you can start coming up into the anterior shoulder, right in here. Okay, getting right in, and then working your way even up into the neck here, into the trap. Make sure you're sitting nice and tall when you do this. If you don't need the back of your chair, go ahead and sit away from it. Or if you're in a power chair, get yourself sitting taller as opposed to reclining back. Okay, and just get right in here, getting some blood flow, trying to get the fascia to separate from the muscles. Just get it nice and like malleable back up in here. So just get nice movement. Okay, and then we're gonna go to the other side. So coming into the pecs, getting right in there. If you are a female, make sure that you're going behind the breast tissues. You can see that I'm going like deep. I'm going down, like in and around, okay? Make sure you get the muscles behind it. So we need to get deep in there. You'll feel it, it's firm, right? Probably, and it could be almost feeling like a guitar string for some of us. And that's exactly where we wanna work. And then just take notice if you have, like you feel it more on one side, right? Okay, getting in there, working, starting to move yourself up into the shoulder. Remember, this is where you can also use a ball if you want. I just actually posted, for any of you interested, on the Ocean Rehab and Fitness YouTube page. You can, there's a little bit of a release ball technique routine on there. You can go check out and do on your own, which is helpful. Okay. Awesome. From there, we're going to make a circle, a half circle with our nose. So we're going to come around, half circle, and then end kind of like up at the corner. Half circle and up. So this is just really gentle, especially if you haven't done much neck movement yet today. Just easing into it. Making a half circle with that nose in space. Nice. Let's do two more. Around and around. Now we're going to go over to the side and side and side, not stopping in the middle. So we're just flipping. Look right, look left, sitting tall, look right, look left, look right, look left, and again, look right, look left. Now we're going to go up, scrunch, and then relax the shoulders. And now we're going to push them down to the floor. So push and then relax those shoulders. You're going to protract them forward. So you're going to make a mountain out of our back and concave that chest in and then forward. And now we're going to open the chest, scap, squeeze, pull those shoulders back, and then relax back to neutral. We're going to do all that again. So up, shoulders square, one, neutral, push the shoulders down to the floor. This is a small one. And then neutral. Protract forward, so push those shoulders forward. You should feel a stretch up in here, maybe in the middle of the shoulder blades, neutral. And now try and squish the shoulder blades together at your back. And then neutral, good. Two more here, shoulders square up, one. And neutral, good. And we push down, two. And neutral. And protract forward and neutral. And then we retract backwards. And neutral, excellent. Last time, inhale up and neutral and depress down. Don't worry if you're not at my tempo, just keep moving. Three, protract and then release and then retract. Good, now we're gonna tuck the chin. We're gonna round down and go and look at your feet. So round down, grab the backs of your legs if you can and pull yourself close. Okay, slowly rolling up after that. Hands behind you, eyes to the sky. Shoulder blades in your back pockets, heart up to the ceiling, reach. And then we do that again. Tuck the chin, rounding down through the spine, all the way down. Think of your back being like a mountain. Seated cat-cow, slowly coming on up. Hands behind you, eyes to the sky, heart up. Make a C out of your back. So opposite C curve of what we just did. This is spinal extension. Deep breath here as we move. Exhale, draw the abs in, tuck that chin, round the spine down. We're doing two more. Moving nice and slow, especially if you know that you get dizzy. Really, really slow. Hands behind you, eyes up, shoulder blades in your back pockets, and lift. Okay, last time, tuck that chin, rounding in the spine. Good, slowly rolling up, hands behind you, eyes up, shoulder blades in your back pockets. And now we're gonna reach up and over. So we're gonna go up and over, arch, like you're gonna reach to the opposite wall, getting a nice big side body stretch here, and then big release. Other hand can be on anything you need to. So I'm putting it on the couch, it can be on the rim of your chair, whatever, but use it to lean into. Lean into it. Expose that armpit. So this armpit is going up to the ceiling. We're not here, right? Open as best as you can. And the beauty about this is nobody can see you. So don't worry what it looks like. Just try your best. Everybody's going to look a little different anyways. We all have different bodies and abilities. Okay, other side, reach. Big, beautiful stretch for those lats. We're going to be using those today. And up, nice. And again, reach all the way up and over. Pull, and again, reach last time, up and over. And excellent. You're going to lean over. You can grab your chair if you need to. And you're going to lean over, and I'm just going to turn this so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to stir a pot of soup. So you're going to lean over, and you're going to just gently make some nice circles with your arm. So just, it's from the shoulder joint. So just really nice, easy leaning over, circles for 3, 2, and then we reverse it. 1, let momentum do the swing. So this is super gentle, just getting blood flow to that shoulder joint. 6, 7, it should be painless. I don't care if you have shoulder issues. If you're doing momentum, there shouldn't be any pain here. Okay, and other side. If there's pain, then we'll talk about it. Okay, oops, there we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, really leaning over. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then other way, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's 10. Awesome. Okay, we're going to give ourselves a big hug. So reach, my hands are splayed, my fingers, and then hug. And we open it up again and hug. Opposite hand is now on top. Open and hug. And again, open and hug. And open and hug. Oops. Open and hug. 2 more here. Open, hug, open. You're going to keep hugging yourself. And now I want you to rotate, try and twist your belly button to one side. Back to center, other side. Rotate. Notice which side feels tighter. Ooh, mine's my left. Rotate. Center. And rotate. And center, keep going. 2 more. Rotate. And center. And again, rotate. And center. A little bit of wrist work. 1 and 2. Warming up that wrist. 3. Notice how my arm isn't moving. 4, just my wrist. 5 and 6, 7, 8. This is 9. Other way, if you hear any Rice Krispies, little cracks and pops, don't worry about it. It means we're making some adjustments. 6, 7, 8. This is 9 and 10. Awesome. Shake that out, other side. And we open up 1, 2, 3. Really important to warm up all our joints, especially when it's as cold as it is today. For all of you that are in BC, we need to make sure our body's not really used to this, right? So we need to make sure that we warm up everything well enough to start moving so we don't hurt ourselves. Switch. And 1, 2, 3. Things will be harder if we're not warm. And 6, not only from an accessible point of view, but also just from being able to make connections, right? things won't function properly if we aren't warm, okay? All right, go ahead and grab your dowel. We're gonna do a little bit of core work just to stimulate the core a little bit more before we get into some of our other routines that we're doing today. So we're gonna have the dowel at our belly button height, okay? We're gonna rotate and we're gonna push with the opposite arm in and then rotate. Okay, my rotation is coming from, I should lower this even more. I think I'm a little too close to you guys today. There we go. So make sure your rotation is coming from the belly button. So I'm only rotating through my torso, so I'm not doing this, right? Belly button only. So it's not a very far rotation because it just depends on how much you have in your rotator muscles in your torso. Nice and easy. Boom. Nice and easy. That's it. Boom. 5, 6, 7, good. 8, 9, and last one, 10. And now we're going to do a big circle. So around and then bring it in. Around, push out and bring it in. 3 and 4, good. And 5, you can always do this low too. You can always do it down here if that feels better for your shoulders. 6, so Barbara, you might want to do it low. 7 and 8, anybody else with any shoulder stuff going on, you can always go down low like this. 9, okay, 10, and then other way, and 1. Otherwise, we're sweeping that table. 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, I'll show low again, 8, this is 9, and this is your 10. Good, awesome. Last thing here, we're gonna make a pattern. So we push 1, 2, 3, down 4. So this is right under my chin. Up 1, 2, down, down. So it's like a square pattern. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Just warming up the shoulders a little bit more because we're gonna be pressing today. 3, last one, and then we're gonna lead with the other hand. And left, right, left, right, left, right, and left, right, and left, right, left, and right. This is left, right, left, and keep going. This is 1, 2, 3, 1 more here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Excellent. All right, make sure you have a sip of water and then grab your band, and we're gonna get started with our first tricep. Okay, so grab your band and we're gonna start with a push, okay? Single arm press. So I'll show you 2 ways you can do this. Probably if your band's long enough, you're gonna bring it around your back, okay? If you need grip support, I suggest putting something like this, like a knot on the end, so you can just loop your hand around and you can do it like this. Otherwise, actually, this is really comfortable. You might just want to loop if your band is long enough. Otherwise, I'm just going to grab. So I'm just grabbing it into the palm of my hand, like so that the band ends up coming like under my palm. Okay. So here, so this is 2 ways you can do this. So the loop, or just grab the end of your band here. If your band isn't very long, you can still do this. You're just going to hold the band in here. Okay, and you're gonna have to be solid with this hand, and you're gonna punch from the front. It's not gonna be quite the same, but you're still gonna get the same effect in terms of the resistance. It'll just be working the muscles a little different. So first choice is here, second choice is with the shorter band right in front, okay? So We're going to be punching. We're doing 15 on one side, right into the other side. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Punch and in. 2. Staying tall. Think of showing off a necklace. So we're not bringing the shoulders forward like this. We're staying up. Okay, your own tempo. I'm just going to count for mine. Doesn't matter if you're at my speed. You can do whatever you'd like as long as your form is excellent. I'd rather you focus on slowing your movement down and focusing on your form. Okay, the other option is if you don't have a band, you can just do this with nothing and just go for a nice powerful punch. Good. Other side for me. Boom. 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. That's it. Keep breathing. 6. Get taller. And 9. This is 10. 12. Good. 2 more. And 15 and rest. Good. Okay, band you can just put in your lap if you want. Go ahead and grab your dowel. We're going to do a pull with the dowel. So we want to focus on where our shoulder blades are. So if you are new to my class, go ahead and take your hand and just tap right in between your shoulder blades. If you can't do that, grab your dowel and just tap. I just want you to get awareness of what we're doing back there. We already did a bit of this in our scap squeezes. So we're going to think of shoulder blades going back. You want to think of squeezing that little area that you just tapped, but we're going to do it with the arms out. So arms are out extended, they're chest height. And then you're going to think of squeezing those shoulder blades so much that it brings the dowel against your chest and then back to center. And again, and back to center. 3, good. And 4. And 5. 6, nice. And 7. 8, we're doing 15. And 10, that's it. 5, squeezing those shoulder blades, that's your focus. 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. And relax. Good. Last one in the circuit. Go ahead and grab your cans. We're using all the equipment in this circuit. Okay. Elbows are going to be out to the sides. Palms are forward. So I can see the soup cans, the lengths of them, or your weights. I just assume everyone's using soup cans. Whatever it is that you're using, not like this. We want to have palms forward. Both arms at the same time are going to press. So I'll just come down here so you can see my arms are going here, and then it's like I'm going to arch them together. It's like I'm going to tap them together and then right back to where I started. 2. Okay, 15. If the weight gets heavy, go ahead and drop the weight and just finish the set out with no weight because we're doing high reps today. That's it. Do what you can. 8, 9, 10. I'm just down here to show you my arms. And 5, so no one slide off their chairs. 4, and 3, and 2, and this is 1, and take a little break. Good. Get some water. That's a lot because there's 2 sides, right? 2 sides to the first one, so it's technically like 4 in a row. So take a little rest, and then we're going to do all this again, and we're doing 3 rounds today. Okay, so I'll give you about 20 seconds to get ready with your band, whatever you need to do to set it up. Get a sip of water. Ask questions if you have any. So far, so good. I've answered everything that's in here. Okay, here we go. This time I'd like to challenge you to start on your side that feels more dominant or easier to you, and see if we can pick up some little tips on how that side does to transition into our non-dominant side. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Punch and punch and punch and punch. Punch. and 8. Good. You can make this as dynamic as you want. The harder you punch, the more fatiguing it's going to be, the more power we're going to recruit in our muscles. So if you have a nice light band, try and make it nice and powerful, your punch. Or if you're not using a band, get that punch quick, just like you were shadow boxing. Other side. 1, 2, and 3. Getting taller, abs are drawn into the spine. 5, keep that chest lifted. 9, good. This is 10, and 5, and 4. This is 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Band away. Grab your dowel. Or not away, but just to the side. Okay. Find that place again. If you're new or you have a hard time figuring out or feeling this area back here, get some contact to it again. Okay. Ready? Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. We're squeezing those shoulder blades in. 2. The emphasis is on the pull. So we're pulling. Easy reset. Pulling. Easy reset. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 10, and 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, last one, and 1, and excellent. Okay, grab your weights, soup cans, dumbbells, water bottles. Hands are here. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. 15 reps here. Notice how I'm still looking at the monitor, so I'm not looking up at my hands. Keep your chin and your nose facing forward. That's it. Push. Counting down. 5. Do your best. 4. Keep moving. 3, 2, and that's 1. Excellent. Okay, everybody, break, water, and then we have one more round of all 3 of these before we move on. Okay, so this will be our last time. Now's a good time to ask questions. If you have any, write it in the chat, make comments. Hopefully we're all feeling warm. Setting yourself up with your band. We're going to start in about 15 counts. Okay. We've only lost 1 person that dropped out. That's pretty good. Just kidding. I know someone had to leave early today. All right. Here we go. So if you could start on either side this time. If you want to just switch it up, oops, you can start on the other side that you didn't start on last time, or if you're really liking starting with your dominant side first, if that feels better for your non-dominant side. It's actually recommended if you're living with MS and you have a very affected side, it is highly recommended. And there's a lot of research proving that if you start with your dominant side, the other side will actually mirror it as best as it can. So I'll let you make that call, but just some info. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1, and punch, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's it. And 5, 4, peach under the chin, staying forward with those, with that focus. 2 more. And other side. Here we go. 1. Chest nice and wide, tall in the back. 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 8, 9. Breathing. Last 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's 5. Beautiful. All right, band aside, grab your dowel. Once again, I do recommend trying to find that area behind your back, either tapping with your hands or just tapping between your shoulder blades with the dowel before we do this. Okay, hands wider than your shoulders, collarbone nice and wide, keep that chest long, and we pull in, squeezing those shoulder blades and back to center. And 4, 5, 6, excellent. Last 5 here, everybody, keep breathing. And this is 4, and this is 5, and done. Good, put that aside. Grab your 2 weights. Here we go. 3, 2, starting with the elbows at 90 degrees. 1, and we press. And 2. Keeping that chin slightly tucked. Eyes on the monitor, not up at the ceiling. 5. Getting taller. 7. And 8. 9, good, keep those shoulders away from those ears. I have 5 left, 1, on your own count. Don't worry about if you're at my tempo or not, just keep moving. This is 4, and 5, done, good. Okay, take a little break again, and then we're gonna start a new circuit, okay? So this next circuit, I'd like you to have one of your soup cans or weights available near you, and definitely your band for now. Okay, I'm going to give an alternative for some people. Okay, series of 3. All right, so we're going to get started. We're going to start with the band actually, and we're going to do a row. So you can either put this at a door and like tie it to a door handle if you don't have the stability to hold your hand out and do a row like this. This can be the door, right? And then you can just do a single arm row this way. If you're able to have a hand out and just attach the band to you and do a row this way, I recommend that because it's going to require a lot of core stability. So if you're able to, let's do that. Okay, otherwise go ahead and set yourself up at a door or a closet or whatever it is that you're using. Okay, facing the screen. Okay, I'm going to turn sideways just so that everybody can see, but you're going to drive this elbow down and back as you row and then back to where you were started. So single arm row. Okay, here we go. This will be my 1 for 15. 4, so this is one of your pulls, right? 6 in our theme. 8, 9, that's it. 10, let's do 5 more here. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5. Good. Okay, other side. So you can stay facing the screen. I'm just moving so that new people can see what I'm doing. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Pull and back. Pull and back. 3, 4, and 5, and 6, 7, 8. Good. Breathing. 9, getting taller. 3, 2, and that's 1. Excellent. Okay, so this is our next one, single arm. I'm going to give you actually an option. So if you have really good core and you feel fine doing a curl with both hands, you're going to take your weights. If you feel fine doing this curl, like this, that's fine. If that's too much, just put one down, hold on to the side of your chair, and you're just gonna do one at a time. Okay, so I'm gonna demonstrate with 2, but I'm gonna do double the reps so that that can give the people that are doing one at a time a little bit of a chance to catch up. So we're gonna do 30. If you're doing single arm, you're gonna do 15 and then 15. I'm gonna demonstrate 30. Okay, here we go. Nice and tall, belly button in. 3, 2, and 1. Pull fingernails to armpits. Elbows are in at the ribs. And then we come on down. Pull. And 3. Good. And 4. This is 5. Controlling the whole time, even on the down. 5. Beautiful. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And take a little break. Excellent. Okay, last one in the circuit. We're gonna do dips in our chair. So if you're able to, you're gonna push yourself up and keep those elbows back. So your hands are either on like the rim of your chair or armrests, and you're gonna lift up and then bring yourself back down. Lift up and then bring yourself back down. If that's not accessible to you, what you can do is take a can, bring it up over your head, bring the weight back behind you, and then extend it to the ceiling. So this is option 2. And this is, I would prefer the dips, but if you can't push yourself up out of the chair, this is going to be option 2. So if you are in a wheelchair or have armrests on your scooter, then you can do the dip. Otherwise, this should be fine. Okay. So if we do dips, we're going to do 10. If you're going to do this variation, you're going to do 15 on each side. Actually, let's do 10 on each side, just so that we're not all too trailed away from each other. I'll demonstrate the dips this time, okay? Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. So elbows back, lift up, and then bring yourself back down. Lift up, and then bring yourself back down. Lift up, and that's 3, and 4. Good. If you find these challenging, feel free to push into your feet as well, just to give yourself a little more support. This was essentially similar to a transfer that you would do, right? So it's okay to use those feet a little bit, especially if you need it. If this feels really strong, then try and just keep the weight in your arms as best as you can. 2, let's do 1 more. 1, and take a little break. Good. Okay, so I'll just wait a few seconds for people that are finishing up this, if they want to do that. Okay, get a sip of water. That is the circuit of 3. So we're going to repeat all of that again. So when you're ready, we will go back to the band. Okay. Here we go. So single arm row. I'm going to start on this side this time. Setting up at your door or on your hand. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. We're pulling. And 2. That's it. Big squeeze of that armpit. Tempo up to you. 9, 10. Awesome. Keep going. This is 5 and 4. This is my 3, 2, and 1. Other side. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. And row. 2 and 3. If I go too fast for anyone, these are recorded, so you can always go back and redo these later, which is actually a good idea sometimes, because then we're a little bit more familiar with the form since we've seen it once before. 8. 9. That's it. 5 more here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 And that's my 5. Good. Okay, grab your soup cans. This time I'm going to demonstrate one at a time, and I will do 15 on one side, 15 on the other. Otherwise, you're doing both for 30. Okay, here we go. So one arm at a time is only if you don't have the stability in the core to be able to curl both, and you need to have your hand on something else. Otherwise, you should be doing 2 arms. Okay. And 5. Good. You can even do this standing for some of you that have the balance. And 7. And 8. This is 9. Good breathing. 3. And 1. And now I'm going to switch. That should be your halfway if you're doing both. Nice, everybody. Last 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Okay, last one today. So you're, sorry, not last one today. Getting ahead of myself. Last one in the circuit. So you're either here, and we're doing that can extension, holding this arm so that we're not letting the arm drop. Okay, but I would prefer you to do dips. So if this is accessible to you, have your hands on your armrest or your rims of your chair, elbows back, chest up. Here we go. Push up 1 and down. Push up 2 and down. Push up 3 and down. Good. Keeping those elbows back. Don't worry if you even can get out like 2 of these, I would be happy. Do what you can. If you're doing the same reps as me, we're just doing 10. Okay, 2 more. And done with those. And I'll give everybody a couple seconds to catch up from doing both sides of that. Get your sip of water. We have just one more cycle of this before we move on. I hope everybody's doing okay. There hasn't been a lot of chatter in there, so in the chat, so I'm going to take that as a good sign. We're all working. Okay, coming back to your row for the 3rd time. Here we go. I'll just stay facing you since everybody knows what's happening now. 3, 2, and 1. Big pull and back. 2, nice and tall. Eyes are just on the front of the band, whether it's at a door or in your hand. That's it. Okay, 5 more here. 1 on this side, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and other side. Beautiful. Here we go. 3, 2, and we're here. Pull. And 2. Make sure you have enough tension on the band. So if it feels like nothing, you need to grab a little further away from you to create a little more tension. Or maybe grab a thicker band if you have it. Okay, last 5 here. And 2, and 3, 4, and that's 5. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate this time both hands for 30. So you're either doing one arm, 15 curls, and then 15 curls on the other side. Otherwise, we're doing both. Abs are drawn in nice and tall. Here we go. Curl fingernails to armpits. Always having those elbows staying in at the ribs. 5 and 6. Good. Breathing, getting taller. That neck should be relaxed. You can even look left to right and just make sure there's no tension in that neck. Okay, you're over halfway. Keep breathing. So you should have switched already if you're doing one arm. Nice. 9 and 8. Hang in there, everybody. We're almost done. 7 and 6. 5, 4. No one regrets a Thursday workout. 3, 2. I know I don't. And 1. Good. Awesome. Set those aside unless you're using it for this. The last time, get started on that. 15 and 15. Preferably dips. Here we go. Push ourselves up and down. Elbows are back. We're not letting them wing open. Up and down. 3, doing your best, even if it's not 10, it doesn't matter. 4 and 5. We just want to move. Just challenge yourself, whatever that looks like. 6 and 7. Breathing. 8, 9. Good. Last one. And that's 10. Beautiful. All right. Shake out those arms. We have time to get in one last thing. So this is for everybody, regardless of you being able to stand or not. Everybody can get something out of this. So we're going to do abductions with the knees. So we've done these before. So I'll just show you what it is. There's a couple of variations you can do. So one is just to have regular foot stance and just nothing. And you're going to think of spreading the knees as wide as you can and then let them come in nice and smoothly. Okay, so that's one. So just spreading. This is stage 1. Stage 2, if you're super tight in the adductors and you can't even like open your legs, then I suggest putting, I don't have a ball, but putting something in between your legs. This is a foam roller, you can use whatever. And your goal is to try and drop it, right? If we're that tight, so Sydney, maybe Barbara, put a ball, a bender ball or a block, yoga block here, and your goal is to drop it, okay? If this is easy and you don't have tightness, you can add a band. So you would just tie a band, which I'll do today. Just tie it in a really pretty bow so that it actually comes undone afterwards, or whatever is accessible to you. Okay, and then you can do it this way. So we're trying to work against the band. Okay, here we go. 3, everybody tall, abs are drawn in, so belly button in. I just bring my hands on my waist so that they're out of the way. And here we go. Open and then control it in, whatever you're working with. So this could be a ball. There could be nothing there. Okay, if you're not getting much movement, I don't care. I still want you to focus on thinking of your knees opening up as wide as you can. 6, I'm just gonna go for 20 reps. You do what you can. And 10, good, I'm halfway. Keep moving, feel those glutes. We should be feeling work right out in here in those little glute meads. Tiny little muscles, but we need them. And 4, 5, that's it, everybody. Get wide with those knees. 6, drop the ball. 7, people are telling you not to drop the ball, but I want you to. 8, 2 more. Big last one, everybody. Feel those glutes and relax. Awesome. Undo your band. Unlike me, the bow is supposed to be easy. Probably deal with this later. Take your band off. Okay, that was awesome. All right, everybody, let's just finish with just a little bit of a neck stretch, okay? So we're gonna take your chin, we're gonna tuck it, and then we're gonna look down at a shoulder. Okay, so we're here for 30 counts. Don't mind me, just keep holding. Last 10. And slowly come back up, other side. Tuck your chin. And other side here. Looking down at your armpit. Hold. 30 seconds here. Make sure you're breathing. Slowly come back to center. Okay, hands behind you. Just do nice big lift of the chest. Open up those arms. Feel that stretch along the fronts of the shoulders and maybe in the biceps. Hold for 5. Breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring it down back to center. Excellent, everybody. That is all we have time for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope that everybody got a little something out of today. So for those of you that are new, this will get recorded and posted up on the BC Moss Facebook page, so you can always revisit this. If you're interested in more online classes or coaching, please message me and I'd love to help you out with that. Or you can join the Ocean Rehab and Fitness private group or follow Ocean_Rehab on Instagram, where I am always posting some new tips, exercises, information, anything that has to do with inclusiveness and adaptive fitness. So I hope to see everybody again next Thursday. Actually, next Thursday will be a special class. We're going to have Coach Sierra in next Thursday. So she'll be taking over, and then I will see you the following Thursday. So make sure you come next Thursday. It's going to be a really good one.